I've been joined by Mick Parrish from Bolton Futsal Club, along with the head coach of the new senior team, Carl Burns, assistant Fahid Suleiman. Cool. Captain Ashley Jones. We're also joined by Matt Carr, who's the lead youth coach, and under 12s captain Joel Burgess. How you doing, guys? Good. How you? Everything okay? Yeah. All fitted nicely out in blue. Joel, you're missing out here. So. Get them told. Right, okay, so guys, thank you very much. Welcome to Bolton FM. Mick, of course, you've been in a few times before. Matt, you've been in as well, haven't you? Yeah. As well, so it's good to have you back on as well, guys. So Mick, for those out there, how did Bolton Futsal Club get started?
How did we get started? Well, it's 8 years in the making, Bolton Futsal Club. 2014 we were established as a proper club, but prior to that we're just coaching sessions, basically a skill-based program that were using futsal basics or the techniques of futsal to develop football players, because at that stage there was hardly anyone knew what futsal was. Mm-hmm. So basically we never played any games or anything like that. Kids turned up and trained. Mm-hmm. And then in 2014 the game had sort of grown a bit of a profile, and people started to know what it was about. So we decided to form a club, which we did, and get games on, and we've just been on fire, to be honest, since then.
Yeah, it certainly seems like it. I know that I've been following the progress, certainly within the last sort of like 3 years. So for anybody out there who's not heard of futsal, I know that's quite unheard of now, but being such a big part of the Bolton community. But for those who've not heard about the game or unsure of the differences between futsal and indoor football, or kind of like five-a-side, what makes futsal different?
Well, it is the same as far as numbers, and that's about as far as the similarities go. We play with a weighted ball. It's a bit smaller, so reduced bounce. We have outs. Like it's not a rebound off the side, so you've got to have a good grasp of you control the ball. Mm-hmm. We have restarts on a 4 second. You got a 4 second restart time. So if you haven't restarted by a 4 seconds count, then it's the other team's ball. And it's a very tactical game, because you're using a weighted ball as opposed to the furry green tennis ball. You don't have the ball being pinged all over the place, shooting from halfway sort of thing. So it's a lot more skillful game, and also quite tactical. And a lot of people don't realise. They see the clips on YouTube of players dribbling and doing overhead flicks or rainbow flicks, or dribbling the whole team. Futsal isn't about that. You do have those players. Yep. But they're more, not the norm. It's more quick movement, a lot of rotation of players, and like I say, it's very tactical. And so anyone that thinks it wouldn't help football is, mistaken. Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of leading on to my next question. I mean, a lot of players like Ronaldinho, Kevin De Bruyne, Philip Coutinho, and now the world's most expensive player, Neymar, have all kind of credited futsal. I do apologise. Futsal with developing their skills in the younger years. I mean, do you feel that futsal these days is less of a stepping stone to a full 11-a-side football, that the skillful players are willing to stay in the game?
In futsal, you mean?
In futsal, yeah.
Well, not in this country, because we're in early stages, but certainly in the rest of Europe, Brazil, South America, you can make a career out of futsal. We regularly do tours to Barcelona, and if you go and watch Barcelona play, they'll have 10,000-12,000 in the stadium, the indoor arena that's right next to Camp Nou. Mm-hmm. So as far as that's concerned, everywhere else in the world, pretty much, you can make a living out of it. But here at the moment, we're still in the infancy of the game, and hopefully one day we get there.
Mm. Matt, I'm going to bring you in now, if I may. Obviously, you're like one of the lead coaches of the youth setup, and I suppose getting youngsters in Bolton into futsal. Obviously, the local junior football league have taken it under their wing there as well. There's clubs being set up as part of that initiative. But what ages do the club allow players to join Bolton Futsal?
We have a Wednesday session, 6 till 7. We have children there who as young as 5. And I was speaking to one parent a couple of weeks ago, and he said that he's taken him to like these diddy kicks and little kickers, and he said they just get a ball and they just run off with it.
Yeah.
And he said it's a bit like looking after children, basically. But at our sessions, they start to do skills. So from an early age, we'll show them the skill. They'll develop it. They might go home and practice it, and then come back the week after, and it's just a lot of repetition. So they'll be repeating the skills that they do on a weekly basis. And then as they get older and older still, to like Joel's age, when you're looking at 12, that's when you're going back to mixed point and you're saying it becomes tactical then. So I'd say for the first, until you get to about 10, 11, you're mainly looking at a skill-based programme for them. And then you put all the skills into tactical sessions, and you start to like create scenarios, and you start to create movement and rotation, and it just develops their all-round game then, rather than throwing everything at them at once at such a young age. We break it down.
I mean, you sort of like answered my next question, really. I mean, they don't have to be a certain standard at 5 years old. They're coming in, they're learning the game, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it's...
And you do get a lot of children who come in, and because they're so used to football, like Mick said, and they get the ball and they just run off. And it's up to us as coaches then to say, listen, just come in and have a chat, and this isn't football, this is futsal. Futsal's all about pass and movement. And you see a lot of kids then, and you give them little challenges, and you'll say, right, you're on 3 touch and you're on 2 touch, you've got to get it and move it. Because as they get older, you don't see in men's football, in men's futsal, you don't see players running through 4 or 5 and scoring. No. It's just not possible, because then that's when the tactics side comes in, and you just say, right, we'll just go narrow and we'll just force them down the side.
Mm-hmm. Joel, how old were you when you took up futsal?
I was 9. I went to the first Bolton Futsal session.
Right. So you're one of the original members, are you?
Yeah, but then it took about a year till we started having matches, because there were no other teams around.
Yeah, and do you play football as well, or is it just futsal? Yeah,
I play football. I train for football twice a week, and then play a match at the weekend, and then train futsal once or twice sometimes, and then we have matches every week nearly.
Do you feel that futsal improves your normal football? Yeah.
Can I just butt in very quickly? Yep. Joel's a young player, and he's very talented, and he trains with the first team now. And the other week we played Tranmere in a friendly, and we were missing a number. Their senior team, this is. We were missing a number of players, and Joel stepped in and played, and he were absolutely brilliant. So the only one thinks that
first team already.
Yeah.
It must be a good player then. Yeah. Cool, good. Right, okay. So Matt, just remind me when the training nights are for juniors.
We have a Wednesday 6 till 7. That's the youngsters, really, like a foundation. So that's 5 to 7 year olds. And then on a Friday we have sessions at 5:30, 6:30, 6:30, 7:30, and we also do a 7:30, 8:30 sometimes.
And where do they take place?
They're all at Horwich Leisure Centre. And Mick has a session on a Tuesday down at Essa
Academy, yeah.
Yeah.